Here we go.
Yes, sir. The boys are back in town.
Rap Sports News,
RNC
Podcast. Chill.
What up, man?
What's going on?
It's been a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's been a heck of a week.
Another week down.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into some topics.
Do it.
Kicking it off with the legend, Pepper. Pepper kicked off the Southwest Airlines, said she never thought she'd be one of the people involved in that. So it turns out she bought 2 seats, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess the guy, he came in, he wanted to sit in one of those seats, and she tried to, explain, nah, I need the extra space. And I think she hurt herself, so she needed the extra space, and they went back and forth about it. The flight attendant, or one of the flight attendants came over talking to them, and then she's like, well, you got to get off the plane because you were recording. And she's like, I wasn't recording, I was talking to my assistant. And she said she didn't start recording until after all of that happened. They was like, well, we still got to escort you. And they ended up reimbursing her $2,500 for the tickets. And she just missed her flight that day.
Salt and pepper. Pepper from Salt and Pepper. This is crazy. So this is my thing. It was an open seat that someone paid for.
That she paid for.
She paid for 2 seats. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's where I had it messed up. Okay. Yeah, I mean, she paid for it. What you trying to sit here for?
Yeah, that's what.
What?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You
I was
trying
like,
to sit in my seat?
if I paid for 2 seats, then why is there any discussion?
It shouldn't be nothing to talk about.
Nothing at all. No, you can't sit here.
What airline was this again?
Southwest.
It had to be Southwest.
Yeah.
Yikes.
They just booting people off, I guess.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
All
right, Busta Rhymes, he was out at Essence Fest, and crowd was kind of light that night, but he was telling them, hey, everybody get up, stand up. It's my first time here. I want to feel that energy, and people were just like,
no.
So, I was thinking about, Busta Rhymes, he's a amazing artist for sure.
Yeah.
But I think, maybe people are just burned out on some of those artists now.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of hard to believe that it was his first time at Essence Fest. Mm-hmm. Man, he's been around so long. It's like, you waited to now. I mean, I think, I don't know. I think maybe he just picked a bad night to go.
Mm-hmm. Also, from what I heard, I don't remember him doing it, but they said that he said something bad about American black people, foundational black people. And
Really?
He's from Jamaica and stuff, so he's he represents Jamaica more now, but he didn't really ever do that until recently.
Mm-hmm. He said something that's why the crowd reacted the way they did?
No, not that night.
Oh,
a
okay,
long
okay.
time ago.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's funny to me, right? And this is no disrespect, but sometimes people choose to represent where they come from when it's most convenient for them. Right? Let's say he won an American Music Award. Is he saying Jamaica? You know what I'm saying?
Because the whole time we thought he was from New York, right?
I thought he was just from New York.
Yeah.
Is he, I don't know.
And it's okay to be Jamaican. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Represent where you're from, but do it all the time.
Yeah. And don't dump on people from the country you live in, basically.
Yeah. I'm going to start playing Proud to Be American every time.
Speaking of someone proud to be American, Amber Rose, she was a speaker at the RNC, the Republican National Convention.
That was kind of random.
Right?
I don't know. Was I the only one thinking that?
No, you wasn't. The whole crowd was thinking that. Like
what?
Does that lady have a tattoo on her face?
Why are you here? What do you do?
So she was basically saying how before she didn't like DT, and now she does because she did her research on him, and she's like, okay, I support him, and the left has kind of gone crazy, and we can't afford groceries, blah 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 blah.
Bruh, hold up. You can't afford groceries?
Yeah, she's saying she can. Or she can. She's saying people can't.
Kanye's ex, Wiz Khalifa's ex, and everybody else's ex. Yo, translation, the bag was crazy for me to come up here and speak to y'all.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
And that's what I was thinking too, right? I'm thinking that the Republican Party is starting to kind of open its door to more centralists, like people from the center. Usually they don't do that, but this is my thing. Do you feel like they're going to water down their own party doing that? Because people from the center have different ideas, like whereas Republicans might be more set in stone of what they want or what they've been doing, not changing. But to let a new group of people in, they have to change some things.
I think it's just part of getting the votes. I think it's part of getting the votes. I think people going to hold it down. They're going to run with it because they support DT. And they're going to run with it because of that. Once he wins, they don't care. They don't care. And this is not me, being bashing anybody or anything like that. But I just think at this point, you don't really know what's what until after the election to see what the actions are going to happen. Because everybody going to speak a good game. They're going to be like, because they want that vote. You know what I'm saying? After is when we find out who's who. But I could definitely see how it could definitely cause some disruption within the Republican Party. Yeah. Because there's going to be a lot of people who like, nah, like we ain't with that. Get your votes from us. Yeah. So.
And that's like that's one thing that I like that you said on the last podcast where you said I'm not Republican or Democrat. I feel the same way. I'm just really about what are your policies. Like I can be swayed either way if I'm a vote, but I want to know what you plan on doing, and more specifically, what you plan on doing for me.
Yeah, facts. I think that's what everybody want to know, because it's like we been hearing a lot of stuff, but we don't see. So we need to see what's up. But I can't say though, if there was one thing from DT's last presidency was when a pandemic happened, people got them checks. You know what I'm saying? People who were in that bracket who was able to get it, got those checks.
And he made sure to put his name on it.
He made sure to put his name on it. And, I'm not to bash the current president, but with these current inflation and gas prices and food, like you said, Amber Rose said and all that, what has anyone did for anybody? Not saying that, people should get handouts or this or that, but you got to do something for the people. Right. You can't have people out here. Homelessness is crazy right now.
Bro, I just heard in California there's like 75,000 homeless people out there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
Got to do something. All right, so Schoolboy Q had a bad week. He tried to go do a show in Canada. They said,
Bruh.
From what I heard, now I don't know if this is set in stone what happened, but from what I heard is that they didn't even let the plane take off to take him there.
Drake got that much pull? Golly.
Allegedly. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't see it working out for right now until they hatch it up. We've seen what just happened with Ross. I don't want to see the same thing happen to them. But what Schoolboy Q did say is that Party was just out there in L.A. and no one bothered him. So
I think that's going to change. I think that's going to change. It's going to get real tick for tack around here.
Yeah.
Wow. See where this story goes.
Yeah. So he was talking about that, and we'll see what happens, like you said. All right, so more about Trumpito. So people are being fired after, the attempt on his life last week. Some people took to the internet and they was cheering it on. They was like, oh, man, why couldn't he have a better shot? Some of them said stuff like that. Some of them was like, oh, we were so close to getting rid of the problem.
Ooh.
And a lot of these people, they got fired.
Ooh.
They ain't got no job.
Oh.
They on that Tommy-ish.
Oh. Now, how does this work out? Because, okay, as a lawyer, not myself, but their lawyer, I'm sure it would be like, okay, freedom of speech. But then if they had at-will state, it's like, well, we don't want you no more for any reason.
Well, see, what I would think, any company wouldn't want you cheering on someone that ends people's lives.
Yeah.
I feel like all companies across the board would disagree with that.
True.
And I don't feel like you should be like, oh, well, it's freedom of speech. Like, yeah, it is, but it's like you have a kind of corrupt soul, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who cheer on somebody getting hurt anyway, it's kind of messed up. It's besides boxing, like sports stuff like that. But
Yeah, we're talking about someone trying to take a life.
take a life. That's crazy. Now they got plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find another gig.
Someone who was a big content creator, Destiny, he ended up getting demonetized from Twitch and X, but YouTube still hasn't monetized. So they was okay with him saying it. But what he said is that he was okay with someone losing their life at the rally. Just them being there was more than enough for it to be okay for their life to end.
What?
Yeah.
And he's still able to. Wow.
On YouTube.
That's crazy, man. That's wild. Yeah, that just shows you how cruel people can be right now. You know, I was thinking about this too, because a lot of people were saying if, you know, the assassination attempt was successful, that it would be a civil war. I kind of believe it now.
I don't think that we would have been doing anything that we did in the last week, this week.
I kind of believe it now.
Because this is the thing. I don't believe that if Biden went on to win after something like that happened, I don't think people could really accept it if his opponent lost that way.
Yeah, that'd have been crazy, man. That would have been the worst thing that could happen at this moment.
It actually made me kind of grateful that he's okay, because it was like kind of crisis averted for sure.
Yeah, but then again, you know, at the same time, how are they gonna prevent the next attempt? I think it'd be a lot harder now because everybody's eyes is open everywhere.
Oh yeah. They arrested like 2 people outside that convention this week, I think.
Really?
Yeah, one dude, I think he had a knife on him, and I don't know about the other guy, but he was like being crazy, so they just arrested him anyway. So they're not playing that no more.
It's Halloween outside right now, boy. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
All right, so we had a cyber attack this week, and it ended up affecting the banks and the airports. Some people didn't get to catch their flights.
Yeah, everybody.
Some people didn't get their checks.
It affected a whole lot of people, the whole world actually, because you know, I think I heard it was the police station, fire station, news media, all that stuff. You know, I had people traveling. It was in the airport for 10 hours.
That's rough.
I had clients that are banks. They were down. I had all kind of stuff going on. I'm getting all kind of messages like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. But this is the thing. The company, I ain't going to say their name, who behind this, they came out and said it was a bad software patch or something went. I'm not buying none of that.
Yeah,
not buying like none of that.
Some entity from outside the United States has something to do with that.
Yeah, it was that. Come on, man.
I don't have no proof of that.
It had to be something more, because think about this. In 1 week, we had the situation with DP. I'm sorry, I said TP.
With the toilet paper. Yeah, that happened too.
We had the DP situation. I don't know if we're gonna talk about it, but we had something fall out the daggone sky.
Oh yeah. We got that coming up.
Okay, and then yesterday we had a big train situation too.
Yeah, the train flipped over.
It's crazy, man. I don't know what the heck derailed. Is here. Something more is happening. What they telling us?
Yeah, man. All right, so sad story. There was a clerk that got shot, and there was a lady that shot him. You know why she shot him?
Why?
Over a bottle of water. She went to the...
Wait, what kind of water was it?
I don't know, but I hope it was like at least like the purified 9.5 one.
It had to be the joint in the black with the red bottle. What is that joint called?
Like, it better not be no Deer Park water.
Nah, it couldn't have been Deer Park. Aquafina is like in the middle. You know, it could have been Aquafina. You got the Aquafina right there. It could have been.
I couldn't imagine.
No, all seriousness, did the person pass away?
Yeah, they passed away.
Okay, so listen, complete seriousness. This is unacceptable. Mm-hmm. Unacceptable. Definitely rest in peace to the person who lost their life. We're not joking about the person who lost their life. We're just trying to make light of the situation. Just want to make that clear before they murder us in the comments. That's terrible. Why? So what happened with the water?
So she ended up going to the register. She put the bottle on the counter. When he gave her the price, she shot him in the neck, then ran out the store. I think one of the other people tried to chase him, but she got away, and then the cops ended up catching her later.
Wow.
And on top of that, she had actually shot someone like a day or two before.
Where was this?
I forgot what state.
Okay. I'm just asking, so I'm not going there. I'm like, these people are crazy. What the heck? So you can't even sell somebody a bottle of water now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man.
This is sick.
She threw her life away for like $1.79 bottle of water.
And there was no like prior history there. Like this is a complete stranger. Like she didn't know this person from nowhere. Nothing like that.
In the story, they didn't say that.
Golly, because that sounds like something personal, right? To me, that sounds like a little. Got to be more. You can't just go.
I believe today, like, mental illness is, like, rampant.
Yeah.
Like, especially here in the United States, where, like, everybody's going broke at the same time. Like, people are reacting in different ways.
Bro, this is scary. Think about this. Like, think about the fast food workers. Think about the gas station people. Think about everybody who's a cashier.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me if I tell you the toilet paper is $8.99, you going whoa, pull out on me because the price is too much?
They pull out any type of weapon that's free.
This is crazy.
There was no reason to chase after them. No, none of that.
I mean, no.
You got it.
So, do you think the only way to solve this problem is to do all self-checkouts?
I believe self-checkout is like a godsend. I don't even really like talking to nobody when I go out. Because the kids, they always have a bad, like, attitude.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Is it me, y'all? Do you go to the store, right? If you go to the store, I always go for the self-checkout, right? I never go to a line with a person because I really, like you said, most of the time, I just want to mind my business, get on. I don't want to deal with nobody's attitude today. I don't want to do all that, right? But the time when the store is completely packed and the self-checkout line is full, then those lines would be full. And now you stuck. Like, okay, do I try to see if the human line would be a little bit more faster, or do you just stay in the self-checkout line?
I always just stay in self-checkout.
Stay in the self-checkout line.
Like self-checkout. The thing I hate seeing is when all those lights are off and it says closed. I have to go through the human line.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right.
Yeah. It was like, dang.
Like, just let me be antisocial, please.
Yeah, that happened to me last week. Went to the line. No, I went to the customer service line. Not to prolong the point. I went to the customer service line, and I had something. I think I had like some apples or something like that, and then something else. And the lady, I waited 15 minutes in that line because the self-checkout line was like way long. It was, I don't know what the heck was going on. Something was down or something. So I go to the customer service line. I wait my turn. 3 people ahead of me. I'm like, okay, cool. I get there, put the first thing up there. Cool. Put the apples up there in the bag or whatever it was. Oh, I can't take you over here, unfortunately, because the it needs to be weighed, and I can't weigh it over here. So, unfortunately, I can't take you over here. But you can try it down there. There's another guy about to open up. So I'm walking back, and the guy just so happened to open it up, and I'm like, oh, got you. I go over there, like, yo, man, you check me out real quick. Boom, boom. He's like, yeah, I got you, man. Whatever. How you been? I'm like, yo, was in this line over there. She said, I can't take you because I had to weigh this on a scale. So I was like, okay, I caught you just in time. He starts laughing. He gives me that. I'm like, what's funny about that?
Yeah.
He just shook his head. He was like, she lazy. I was like, what you mean she lazy? She really could take you. She really could check you out over there. I'm like, come on, dog. You mean to tell me she didn't want to check me out?
Yeah.
I had 2 things.
Yeah, it's always, that's what I mean. It's like just those personality types that you just don't want to deal with. Like today, you might be having a great day, and then you run into one of these people that are mad at the world that you don't treat them like a Kardashian, and now you got to get their anger.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty much.
All right, so another near miss this week.
Oh.
Meteor over Manhattan.
Oh.
So people out in New York report that they saw a meteor go over Manhattan and disintegrate before it hit the ground.
How the heck we ain't shoot this down? Who missed this one?
what would we have done though? Like, there's nothing we could do. And then you remember that movie Don't Look Up that came out 2 years ago?
Right.
You think they're trying to like slick warn people?
Yep.
Like,
after this week,
something might happen a few years from now.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, so like,
because what if it would? I think it went in the water, right? Went in the ocean or something like that, right? Or
did it disintegrated? So it never really actually hit anything.
Okay. But if it did,
yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been bad.
Come on, man.
We would have felt that here.
Who the heck missed that?
I feel like they could have like warned people, like, "Hey, there's gonna be a meteor on Tuesday, so you know."
They knew it was on its way.
Dress appropriately. Wear a helmet. Something. I don't know. I don't know what to do in those situations.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you knew this was happening. How you just forget to tell somebody?
Didn't tell a soul. Everybody's surprised.
Best kept secret.
And somebody's wish came true. They said, "I wish that comet doesn't destroy us."
Yeah, somebody was praying. Somebody was definitely praying for sure. They went to church last Sunday after Trump, after DT.
Yeah.
I said DT. It sounds funny saying DT.
Donald. Oh, Donald.
It sounds mad funny saying DT. What? That was a Martin episode with the plumber, right? They called him DP because he died. Dead plumber. DP. That's what it reminded me of, that DP episode, Dead Plumber. Martin.
Yeah, I still don't like that show like that.
Oh.
All right. So, this is another thing that happened this week. So, there was a lady, she was at a fitness center, a fitness place, right?
Mm.
She was working out in the pool. Everything was fine at first. Then, like, you can see on video, she starts kind of, like, struggling and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Did somebody walk past her?
Yeah, someone walked past her. Everybody walked past her. So, like, people start walking past her. Then, like, she stops moving. Then there's still people that are, like, walking past. You see one guy, he walks past her. He looks back, and then he just keeps walking.
It was, like, almost like, should I check? No. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then, like, after 20 full minutes, someone, like, sees that she's not moving. They jump in, and then they go and they pull her to the side and then start calling the ambulance and stuff like that. And she did end up passing away.
Unfortunately, another rest in peace. A lot of these are there.
Mm-hmm.
How did this happen?
I think, you think society might be at a point where, like, we mind our business all the way now.
That's scary.
Yeah. And I can see it from both sides, honestly.
It didn't look like she said nothing, though. When the first person walked past her down the steps into the pool.
She might not have been able to. Because she looked like, she could have either had a heart attack or a stroke. If it was a stroke, she wouldn't have been able to talk.
Do you think the person just didn't pay attention or he just didn't care? That's crazy.
They might not have cared, bro.
That's sick, bro.
But, you think about it from both sides, right? Of course, like, if it was me, I would do the right thing, help her out, get the ambulance, do the police report. I understand that. But I do also understand people who just, they don't want to deal with none of that. A lot of people, they're just kind of mentally burnt out, and it's like, I don't feel like staying here and doing all that or helping out a fellow person. Even though it's a person, I don't think people really value life like that no more. And if people don't value their own life, they're not going to value someone else's.
That got to be heavy on their conscience. Like, everybody can see this video. Ain't that so-and-so? You think that person should get fired from their job, too?
They blurred his face out, so we don't know who it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Dang, bro. That's terrible.
But, I mean, I don't see how you could fire someone for that because they're not certified to do anything. There's nothing that you have to do in that situation. There have been, like, incidents, even, like, a few years ago. There were some guys there was a guy drowning, and they were sitting there kind of, like, making fun of him drowning. But nothing happened to them. I think they just got, like, a ticket for not calling the cops.
Wow.
But they didn't do anything to him, so, like, they didn't make him drown.
Yeah. But if you're not, well, yeah. I'm going to say if you're part of the problem. Where was that thing they used to say?
If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Yeah.
See?
Like I said, I agree with you to do the right thing. That's just the type of guy I am, but I understand everyone's not like that. Most people aren't like that no more.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually suck nowadays. And speaking of people who suck, so there was a lady out in San Dimas, and she got into it with somebody. ended up ending their life with a samurai sword.
Oh my god.
And that was crazy.
Yo, we got now they want to be ninjas out here now.
Bro, I'm like thinking like if you're gonna end me, at least like do it like 2024 style with a switch. Don't run up on me with a samurai sword.
Medieval times.
That would be terrifying.
Like, damn.
Someone start jumping around and spinning around with a sword in their hand. Like, this is how you're gonna do it?
The Power Rangers got me, dog. Ah, it was the White Ranger.
And just the fear of seeing that, like someone pull out a samurai sword.
Can you imagine
running at you?
Yeah, that's terrifying right there.
You're like, yo.
Because see now, and that's another thing with people, you know, in desperate situations, everybody's going crazy and all that. Mm-hmm. People going, you know, we used to seeing everybody with guns. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hop out the car with the axe. It's like whoa.
Or they had like one of those cannons that used to hit castles with.
Oh no, man, yo.
You see a big rock curling towards you.
Yeah. Again, not to be insensitive to the situation.
It's just crazy. Like, I'm not used to nothing like that.
Nah, you got cavemen. We got all kind of stuff. People popping out everywhere with. Yeah.
But that was another crazy story, guys. All right, so let's talk about Hulk Hogan. So he has a new beer that came out, right? Mm. And he had a brand ambassador, black woman, who was doing the doing the campaign for him, right? She was doing her job, doing what she needed, promoting how she needed to promote it for one day, and she got fired. Right?
What she do wrong?
So the next day, she was replaced with 2 white women.
What coincidence?
Right. And she was like, I don't understand what I did wrong. Did they cancel the event? What happened? And they was like,
we just don't
weird.
Want you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you gonna do when the Hawkster comes for you.
So, yeah, Hulk's back on his BS.
Man, so
still on that anti-black-ish.
Yeah, for everyone who doesn't know or forgot, and I completely forgot about this, the Hawkster went on a anti-black rant some years back.
When he was doing his show.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Using the N-word and saying some.
If you're going to mess with N's, then make sure it's a rich one.
Yeah, that was, I completely forgot about it. Be honest, I did. I don't think you guys should forget about it.
Nah, don't forget.
Don't forget.
Never forget. These guys are good at, like, things happening as time goes on, and then people just don't think about it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, don't forget that.
No.
We're not letting that one slide, Hulk.
No, not at all, man. I spent too much money on watching wrestling and toys and all that when I was little. For to hear this.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
So, yeah, it was just some racist-ish. Sports. WNBA All-Star Game.
Yeah, buddy. We had the, WNBA All-Stars versus the USA team. Mm-hmm. And
USA?
The WNBA All-Stars won. They beat Team USA.
Nice.
Can you believe that? We had CC out there, Caitlin Clark. We had everybody out there balling out. Arike was coming on. I think Arike, I can't pronounce the last name, but you know who I'm talking about. I think she got the MVP. I believe she should have, because I know in the third quarter she had like 21 points. Mm-hmm. They was hooping out there, man. It was good to see. Celebrities came out. A lot of people supported and all that. And one thing I saw also, speaking of that, I saw Kelsey Plum on a podcast, and she said something that was pretty interesting. The WNBA only been around like 26 years, way less than the NBA. And, she said, when you come out to watch the WNBA, don't come and say you're coming to support us. When you watch, Devin Booker or any other NBA player, you're saying you're going to go see him play. She said, come see me play. You know what I'm saying? I respect that a lot. Go see them hoop, because they can hoop. They can hoop for sure. So, hey, we got to go to a game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely down to go see a game. But, all right, this is the thing, right? People do say that they're more exciting than the men's teams right now. And Can't really say that, man.
Yeah.
What I grew up watching, like when I was watching like AI when I was young, watching Kobe when I was young, I don't get that same feeling out of them.
But
And maybe one day I will, but as of today, I don't see that.
But here you go. Here's the point, though. Do you get that same feeling watching the NBA today?
Not in recent years, because a lot of the players that I really like, they're starting to kind of like age out, or they don't play as much as they used to. So no, I don't. But the WNBA is kind of coming into its golden era, I guess.
Yeah, they're way younger. I don't know how many years the NBA's been around, but it's been a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I think they haven't even reached their peak yet.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's a lot of fine women in the WNBA, so I watch them.
Yeah, WNBA is and they don't
Angel Reese, hi.
they don't complain as much for fouls too, bro. Like they just hoop. I hate all the complaining. Like, give me a foul. Like, come on, man. You 6'8". Get out of here.
But yeah, I do hope that it gets more exciting over time, which I think it will.
Facts.
USA men's basketball, they beat South Sudan
by 1 point.
Hey, that's all it takes.
That's all it takes. Hey, Brown hit the game winner. You know, I'm mad I missed the game because I just saw the highlight. But is it any concerns? Like, is it one of those things where it's just like, oh, they just had a flat night. We ain't worried about nothing. You know, they can turn it on when they need to and we'll be fine. Or is it hold on now. Like, how the heck did y'all let this happen? What you think?
I really don't know. I didn't catch it either. We'll see in time what they do, but they won.
Yeah, as long as they win, I mean, you know, of course you always want to see them be dominant. You always want to see them, you know, win by a large margin. But at the same time, a closer game makes for a more exciting game too.
Yeah.
Just don't let it happen when it's time for the goal. You know, it's okay now, but not when we about to win the medal now.
Sharpen up.
Yeah. Wake up call. That was a wake up call.
All right. Russell Westbrook, he's being traded to Utah Jazz. And then I think the Denver Nuggets after that.
Yeah, man. He's definitely traded to the Jazz, and from the Jazz he's getting sent over to the Denver Nuggets to play with the Joker.
Nice.
So that's gonna be interesting. I felt like he played for so many teams.
Yeah, he's getting around. Pause.
Yeah. But you know, I really hope I can't say eventually because he ain't got that many more years. I think this is his best opportunity to get a ring. So hopefully he makes the most of it.
Terrell Davis, he got arrested for
being black.
Yeah. Another flight attendant incident like Peppa earlier. So I guess he was trying to talk. What was it? He was trying to get their attention, and he ended up touching them on the shoulder.
Yeah. It was flight attendant. They were serving the drinks and stuff, and the guy was being already very rude. But him and his family was continuing to be polite, and the flight attendant ignored Terrell Davis's young son when he asked for some ice or something. So he just tapped his shoulder like, "Hey, excuse me," because you know he didn't respond to him, and the guy just flipped out and said, "Don't hit me." He said, "Don't hit me, don't assault me," or whatever. Okay. And he ran to the front of the plane and never came back.
Wow, that is outrageous, man.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these airlines, they need to really get sued. And I'm not talking about like a couple 100,000. They need to like lose 10 million, 20 million.
Yeah, facts.
Then they'll start learning, hey, when y'all are interacting with the guests, you know, be hospitable.
Yeah, I mean, he's a legendary. It don't matter who it was. It don't matter. It could have been anybody, right?
My thing is, he got money. He got real lawyers.
Yeah, he do. He was on the news, and he's really making it public.
Right.
And which he should do because, you know, he's a legendary running back, for one. For two, he's a human being. For three, he did nothing wrong. Yeah. You know, and it's embarrassing, like, being brought out by the FBI. They got the FBI for him. They brought the FBI on a plane and had him taken out in handcuffs.
In front of his family.
In front of his kids.
That's a shame. All right. You ready for a fun topic?
Let's do it.
So, in 2024, we have learned that Chick-fil-A has been dethroned as the number one fast food restaurant.
Can't believe it.
And the winner for 2024 so far, Del Taco.
Del, who? See, the mic went out because even the mic said it ain't. Even the microphone knew this ain't it, dog.
Del Taco.
Oh man.
Del Taco won. Which is crazy, right? Because I've never eaten there. Like, I've seen the lines are like long. There's like never any less than like 10 cars in the line, but I've never heard no one be like, "Hey, let's go to Del Taco." I just came back from Del Taco, or
bruh,
been in like the break room and seeing people with Del Taco bags.
I had it once.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. I had it once.
I only know where one is. So
yeah, it's one not far from here. That's the one I had once, and it just didn't meet my expectations.
Right. And it kind of looks like it doesn't meet expectations. But I mean, I guess people like lower quality food these days. It must be like affordable. Is that why?
I really don't even remember how much it cost. I just remember like I thought it was gonna be like more authentic, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay.
All right, let's go to Chipotle.
Yeah, I could have went to Taco Bell for this. I mean,
right. Yeah, that's what it kind of seems like. But yeah, that's the number one restaurant.
Yikes.
I still think that is Chipotle.
Yeah. Now, when we say restaurant, this is only fast food, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just can't see how. If not, it got to be one of the C's. Chick-fil-A or Chipotle.
Yeah, a lot of people still go to Chick-fil-A every day. But Del Taco, guys. All right. If you guys made it to the end of the show, we want to thank you.
Yes, sir.
You want to see more vlogs, go to my channel. If you want to see more music and vlogs, go to Slyce channel. I'm Canary Valens.
Slyce.
Peace.